All right. Happy Monday, team. We are recording. So happy you girls are here with me tonight. Tonight is going to be a super cool kind of call. It's going to be a question and answer type of call because we have a rock star on our team. We have many rock stars, but lately, Jackie has just literally come into the business full blazing, running with her, journey. And so I wanted her to tell you guys what she's doing because it's clearly working for her. And so I thought it would be kind of fun and learn in a different way where I can interview her basically with questions, and so can you girls. We only have about 30 minutes because at 9:30 she's got to log off, but I think it's going to be great. And then at the end, when she logs off, we can just chit chat about what's coming with Salted Caramel tomorrow and the new program MBF. We can talk about that. So I'm going to jump right in. First of all, Jackie, I want to say thank you so much for being here with me tonight, with us tonight, and for giving me your time, for being honest with the questions that I'm going to ask you. And I want to congratulate you, Jackie, because a lot of people come into this business scared, as I was. Like, raise your hand if you came in and you were like, I don't know what I got myself into, right? I was there too, girls. When I came into this, it was really because I was so miserable. I wanted to lose weight. And what happened was that Christy Delgado, my coach, kind of like was pouring belief in me. And that's what made me say, oh, okay, fine. I'll share my journey and I'll inspire other women. But I was terrified. And a lot of people come into the business scared. But I have to be honest. Jackie came in fearless. And so I want to pick her brain because mindset is a huge thing in this business. And so I want to just, ask you some questions. If you could be honest with what you've done, that's how we're going to learn. And everybody here runs their business their way. So we're not here to criticize you. We're here to just basically be inspired as to the actions that you're taking. So, Jackie, first off, I want to just ask you if you could tell us, for those that don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, if you're a mom, if you're a wife, if you're working, kind of like what your day looks like, so that they could see that you're just as busy as they are.
So, hi, my name is Jackie. For those of you that don't know me, I am a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a full time employee. I am basically, I don't want to say caregiver, but everybody depends on me. My husband's grandmother, my mother in law, my father in law, everybody. Um, and my number one why was this little girl right here. That's my daughter. During quarantine, I felt like I was like kind of like on a second maternity leave. It felt really weird because I hate to even admit this, but I got to know her a little better. We got to bond so much, and it was just like life changing. And I said to myself, I don't want to go back to work. Mind you, I was working from home, and I'm still working from home, but I really want to be able to just stay home with her. I mean, she just drives me. So I tried Beachbody a couple years ago. I was on and off. I never fully followed through with the business or anything like that. I wasn't really interested in it. But sometimes in life things have to happen for you to actually like embrace what's given to you, like the sign or what's put in front of you. My one of my best friends was a coach under Susie a year ago or so, and she would always talk about Susie and talk about Susie, and I'm like, so I started following Susie, and I said, she's my person. I love her, and I don't even know her. So I looked forward to seeing her. Honestly, I was just looking forward to her post and her stories and her stuff, and I'm like, I need to join forces with her. I know that she's gonna be the one that is gonna inspire me, because she was already inspiring me and I wasn't even doing Beachbody. So um I've working from home full time with my job and with my 2.5-year old. is extremely difficult. So when some of my friends, not only Beachbody, just life to the side, when people say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't called you because I've been busy," we are all busy. We are all busy. We just have to take a deep breath and think about why we're doing this. Like Susie always says, think of your why. So that's a little bit about me. I can keep talking, but I want you to, if you want to ask the questions, go ahead.
Yes, Jackie. So can you just share what is it that you do for a living? What's your title, your position?
So I'm an account manager. I do advertising and marketing, mainly tourism based. So that's another reason why I said, you know what? The tourism industry has always been amazing. I mean, besides the medical field, any other field that you can work in, the tourism industry is like one of the number one industries. So with everything happening, a lot of our clients, the hotels, the resorts were closed, the restaurants were closed. So I said to myself, what's going to happen to my business? Because they're probably budgeted for the rest of the year, but how about next year? I mean, they might have to cut, they might not, are they floating? Are they not? I'm not sure. So, and they're not really going to tell you anything because at the end of the day, if they tell you they're struggling, they know that you're going to start looking for another job and so on and so forth. So I said to myself, aside from wanting to be with my daughter, I need to kind of like put my batteries on, how we would say in Spanish, right? And I said, I need to find a plan B, which could then be a plan A. So that's basically what I do for a living. And I don't know what the future is for that. So I know that I have to build my future.
Yes. Okay. Amen. So I want the girls to see that you are a full-time employee, that you have a serious position. I know you've told me many times, I haven't gotten to this because I'm doing a project. I'm on calls, I'm on meetings. My boss is calling me. So it's not like a very flexible kind of job. Like you do have deadlines, projects, it's not like kind of work at your own pace. All right. So the next thing that I want to ask you is, so you join forces with me and you're like, I am so ready because your daughter is your why. You're like, I want to stay home. You're laser focused. Boom. What's the first thing that you did to try to get your first customer? Who did you think of reaching out and how did you do it? Because I remember in the first week, I think you had already signed up like 3 people. How did you do it? Can you share with us?
Yes. So the first thing I did was reach out to my main people that are always going to be there for me, whether I say jump and they say how high or not now, but later, or what do you need from me? My sister, my mom, but I only reached out to my mom because I asked her, who can you think of? Think of 5 people that you think I can help. So that was her homework.
I love it.
Um, so my mom, my sister, a couple of my best friends, who else? An old coworker, 2 old coworkers that I've stayed really close to. One of them has unfortunately been laid off from a cruise line that we worked together at, and she was there for 25 years. Never thought she was gonna be laid off. And then, so my mom told me, you should reach out to so and so. And I said, really? The first thing I thought of was, she's skinny. Like, she's not gonna, I mean, it's dumb, but you never know. So she has a 2.5-year-old as well. She's super duper stressed. She had recently bought some oils that I recommended for stress because I started, with the oils and stuff. And then I asked her, I said, hey, I know you're really stressed and overwhelmed. How's your nutrition? Do you exercise? Because I know that when I go for a jog or, I didn't really like right away say, oh, my Beachbody workouts. I just said, when I go for a jog or when I sweat, when I, kind of like ramp it up, I release so much stress. She's like, no, my nutrition sucks. I feel like crap. I feel sluggish. I mean, this girl used to be a gymnast. Like, she feels like crap. So I told her and she said, sign me up. And don't get me wrong. It's not, I don't want you guys to think, oh my gosh, but that's easy. But it's not always that easy. but I never, ever, ever thought that she would sign up. So you never know until you get to, even when someone says no, a no or a maybe or not now is really not a no. Until someone tells me, please don't ask me again, I'm going to continue to ask in a nice way. I never try to ask them in a way where they think that I'm just hustling and I want to like just, make money or have them join, or like that it's what's in it for me. I ask them, what are your goals? What do you, do this with me? I'm learning as I go. I want my core girls to be in this group so I can learn with them, because the girls that I've signed up, they're, so my sister was the last one that I signed up, by the way, because she was skeptical. So my sister's best friend, then we convinced my sister, and when her best friend signed up, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm in. Then another girl that, so one of my friend, another friend of mine that joined, I told her that another girl that we used to hang out with like 10, 12 years ago, when we used to go clubbing or whatever, was gonna join. And she's like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen her in years, how fun. So then she was like, let me know, did she order already? I'm gonna order on Friday. All of a sudden, all these people started like reconnecting. So not all of them know each other, but I kind of just put them together in a group and they started talking to each other. But another friend of mine kept saying, no, I'm in. But she kept saying, I'm in, and she wouldn't commit. So I kept calling her and I'm like, hey, so how are you? So are you in? Okay, let's do this. Let's do it right now. No, because my computer, I said, okay, I'll call you FaceTime. I hope you know, sometimes it takes like that extra step to, maybe if you sent them a share card and they're like, oh, I'll get to it later, or my computer's down or whatever, say, how can I help you? Get on FaceTime with them, or a Zoom or whatever, you know?
Let me stop you right there for a minute, Jackie, because I want the girls to learn 3 things that you just said before I forget. So number one, notice how she basically already in her mind had thought of how she was going to work her business. She asked her mom, hey, can you think of people that I can help? So she's already thinking outside of the box. Number two, this shows you how you are to never ever expect or like kind of like do a pre-assumption, right? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Just because the girl was thin doesn't mean that she doesn't need Beachbody. We all need it because the workout is great for our health. The nutrition is gonna help our bodies, function the way they need to. And the mindset alone, girls, the community, all of that. So never think like, oh, this girl is thin, she may not need it. Those sometimes are the ones that need it the most. Number three, I love the way that Jackie said, my core people. She said, I want you to join me so that my core group, is gonna do this with me. So if you're a new coach, that's a perfect language to use as a pitch to say, you girls are my core group. Are you in or are you in? Another thing now that I'm thinking about is she overserved. I talked about that in last week's team call, or a live that I did about overserving. She wasn't like, oh, listen, when you have time, you do the share card. She was like, oh, girl, I'll hold your hand. Let's do a FaceTime and I'm going to walk you through it. So look at all the steps that already Jackie was, using that helped her close out these deals. Just so you know, Jackie has only been in the business for 30 days and she already has like 10 coaches under her. Literally, she's almost a diamond. She's so close. The only thing she's missing are her 2 emeralds. So she already is, she came into the business thinking, I am going to absolutely run with it, threw away her fear, and just decided to ask people, hey, do you want to join me? And she actually made it seem like it was going to be fun. Oh, I'm going to connect you with this one and this one and this one. So look how sometimes just thinking outside the box can get you, results. It's about execution though. She just said, I'm going to do it, and she is doing it. Okay, Jackie. So next question. Can you walk me through if they gave you any objections, because I'm sure out of the 10, some had to have given you objections, how did you help them overcome or clarify any concerns? Can you like walk me through a conversation?
Okay, so a perfect example is one of my best friends. She would say, "Ay, but it's expensive. Ay, but it's expensive." And then I would be on the phone with her and she'd say, "Hold on. Hi, can I have a tall frappe, blah, blah, blah." And I would say, "You're just spending $8 on Starbucks for one drink." Like, and she's like, "No, but it's not the same. I need my fix." So then the next day she'd say, "Hi, can I have a blah, blah, blah?" And she was at like Smoothie King or something. She's like, "Oh, I'm obsessed with a blah, blah, blah." And I said, there you go again, ordering. I mean, when you start, so I kind of like, in a nice way, would tell her, listen, you're going to Starbucks every day, you're going to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, then you're going to Smoothie King, like, add it up. So she's like, yeah, I know, I know. And then I kept telling her, like, this is what you're gonna. So then she said, this is just one example. She said, well, I need to work out. So maybe I hate going to the gym, especially now. So maybe I'll just buy the workouts. And I said, well, the workouts, it's $99 for the month. You might as well get the challenge pack, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, wait, but isn't the shake almost $100? I said, yeah, it's 130 as a customer, but look, 130 plus 100, you're already at 230. Get the challenge pack, become a coach, just embrace it, share your stories, which I'm going to go back to that part, but I told her, just become a coach. You're going to fall in love with it. You're going to get the discounts. And little by little, if your sister or if someone, you'll end up making your investment back. You're going to pay yourself back for it. No, but I don't want to do a business because I did Monet and I did this and I did that and it messed me up on my taxes. And I said, listen, first of all, you can't think like that. Second of all, if at least you pay yourself back for your initial investment and then little by little, like I was one that said from the beginning, I think even to Susie, but even before, I don't want to do the business. I don't want to do the business. I don't want to do the business. And you just never know. So there's a lot of people that don't want to do the business, but it pays off to sign up as a coach. You get your investment back if you sign up 2 people under you or 3, depending on what they purchase. And it's just, I mean, how many people pay membership for Amazon or how many people pay $100 a year for BJ's or Sam's or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yes,
So,
very true. So let me ask you another question. How did you get all these customers, which are your very first customers? How did you get every single one to sign up as a coach? What language did you use?
I kind of just used, I basically told them what they would spend if they don't become a coach. And I said to them, you can't just think of this as a first time order, like a one time order. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna commit to this, and you're gonna continue to drink the shakes every single day. I had one friend tell me, when I lose 15 pounds I need to lose, that's it. I said to her, well, when you stop drinking the shakes and you stop working out and you stop doing what you're doing, you're gonna gain it all back and probably double, because we all know it happens, right? So she was like, well, fine, whatever. I'm going to sign up as a coach, but I don't know if I'm going to continue to do it. And I said, if you're going to think that way, then I don't want you to even like do it, because if you're just doing it as a one time thing, she just wanted to do the 3-day refresh, lose a couple pounds and drink the shakes here and there. And I told her, you look at all the people, even people that have bariatric surgery, they lose all the weight, but they operate your stomach, they don't operate your brain. So you have to think of this as a lifestyle change. No, but I don't want a full meal replacement. You have it as a snack. You either have it for breakfast or you have it as a snack. Have it later during the day so you don't get your cravings. Because in her situation, like mine, my cravings are at night. Her cravings are at night too. We would call each other like at the beginning of quarantine before we started, and this is embarrassing, but we would like be on FaceTime and we would pig out. and we would get a spoonful of peanut butter and crackers and cheese and Coke Zero, and we were like cracking up, like we were eating, we were like, you know. And then when I did the 3 day refresh, I called her and I'm like, my friend, oh my gosh, I feel great. Like I felt like I was on a high, and she's like, I'm in. So
Results. See, results got her to get in. Look at all the things. I hope you girls are paying attention, because she's giving you guys a lot of tips on how she's strategizing, getting people to, like, she's actually recruiting her team. I love it, Jackie. You're very good at what you've done already from the very beginning. And again, I thank you so much for sharing this, because I think a lot of people struggle with, how do I recruit? And it's not scary. It's just asking people, listen, if you join, these are all the benefits. Have the long-term vision. Think of it as a lifestyle. Great what you said about the surgery. It's true. A lot of people do the surgery and then they gain it all back because they're not strong here. And that's where we all struggle. So it's about talking to people about the education and the knowledge that we also gain. So brilliant. Jackie, I applaud you. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant that that's the language that you've used. Okay, I know you're about to log off. So let me
no, it's okay. I mean, I can be a little bit after. Another thing I wanted to mention is I always tell people, because I've been there, you have to be three things: mentally, physically, and emotionally ready. Because if you're not, like, especially mentally ready, forget it. Nothing is going to change you. No surgery, no shake, no workout, nothing. You have to be like ready. And a lot of us during this time aren't mentally there because there's so much going on. But we just have to kind of like, you know, look for, like, think of the end result. That's what I always think of. And that's what my sister used to tell me all the time. Think of the end result. Think of the end result. And when you think of the end result, or when you say, oh my gosh, I've done really good this week, I've lost 5 pounds, and then your husband comes home with pizza and wings, and you're like, oh my gosh, I love pizza and wings, I could eat a whole box. Then you think, no way, I sacrificed and I did so good this week. When I get on the scale, I'm gonna gain 3 pounds back. You know, so that's just a little side thing. And also, after the call, like, I'm available. If you guys ever want to text me, message me, call me, whatever, like, please feel free to call me at any time. And again, I'm not an expert, but I feel like sometimes we can all, you know, use each other, feed off of each other, and you know, use each other. And keep in mind, we're very fortunate to have a fearless leader.
Oh, thank you, babe. Okay, thank you, Jackie. That's so sweet. Okay, Jackie, next question. So if I were to ask you, Jackie, if you could give these girls one tip about how you have found confidence in recruiting, what would it be? I mean, you've recruited like 10 people in 30 days. What would it be?
I think
Because I know you got results with your 3 day refresh. You talked about that. So I'm glad that you said that, so that the girls know that the vital behavior number one is be proof of the products. You did. You buy your 3 day refresh. You did it. You got results. You gained confidence. You fell in love with that program. You continue to drink the shake. So you have your results. You're being proof of the products. That alone gives you the confidence because you got the results. But what would you say that you could pass on, that you've been boom, 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 10 women in 30 days? You have literally built your organization in the first month. What tip would you be able to pass along to these ladies?
I think mainly going back on never prejudging. Don't ever prejudge that someone doesn't need or want to lose weight. Don't ever prejudge that someone cannot afford it. Don't ever prejudge that someone can afford it. You know, sometimes what we see isn't reality until we actually talk to the person. I highly recommend you, if you haven't reached out to your core people, it doesn't have to be only your mom or your sister. It could be a coworker. It could be your husband's sister or cousin, or I don't know. I just started thinking of so many people, and I'm like, no, I can't call his cousin because she's pregnant and whatever. Even though I'm sure people have drank the shakes, you know, pregnant, but I even reached out to some girls that I know that used to do Beachbody, because I know they love the products, but two of them were like, no, I'm breastfeeding right now and I can't, blah, blah, blah. And that's like kind of like a, even though I'm sure you can, you know, drink the shakes and all of our products are like that good, I would never want to like, you know, step over any boundaries because you don't know what they went through or what they're going through or any other medications they're taking or whatever. Um, so I would definitely say don't ever be scared of asking anyone or telling anyone what you're doing. I personally, and Susie knows this, I've struggled with posting on social media because I have my own reasons. I've slowly started posting and I tell myself if I would have been posting, I probably would have had so many other people already. But
Fabi's probably going like, girl, I can relate because that's Fabi.
really?
Yeah, Fabi hasn't like really posted a lot, and she's a rock star too. It's she, she can close a sale without posting anything on social media. But that, that's what I want everybody to see, that everybody has a different style, and that's okay. That's the beauty of this. What I do doesn't even mean that it's gonna work for you. But the fact that we're linking arms and we're joining forces to level up, be leaders, and develop leadership skills, hey, why not? We're gonna learn from each other. I learn from you just as much as you girls learn from me. So I just have a little bit more skin in the game because I've been in it a little bit longer. That's all it is. But we're all here leaders, learning from each other. Look, Melissa and I had a conversation last week, and she told me, don't do this, this, and this in your stories because I didn't like it. She's, and I appreciated it because you know what? That helps me to just say, wow, if she didn't like it and she's on my team, I'm sure other people didn't like it. So we're all here to learn, and just, I love that we can level up as leaders in that way. So, that's great, Jackie.
Another really quick example I have is another friend of mine that she's my realtor for, I don't live in Miami anymore. I live in Cape Coral for the past 7 years. I lived in Miami. She was my realtor in Miami. We've always kept in touch. She's a little skinny little thing. She loves going to Shula's to work out. Like she's a fanatic. So I said, she doesn't like supplements. She doesn't like shakes. She loves going to work out at her gym. And I told her, hey, blah, blah, blah. And she said, oh, okay, send me the information. I didn't send it right away because I said, she's not going to do anything. She clearly told me, I don't like shakes. I don't like supplements. I love my gym. So then I finally got with her on the phone and she said, you know what? I used to have all of the DVDs for Beachbody. I said, DVDs? Oh my God, now we have Beachbody on demand, blah, blah, blah. How much is it? I said, well, it's $99, but if you get a challenge pack, I know you don't like supplements and shakes, but how about, which she probably considers as a supplement, but how about Recover and Energize? Do you take a pre-workout? No, I don't really need one. So I said, how about your boyfriend? Do you think he'd wanna, because she had already told me my boyfriend loves the workouts. We're gonna do it together. I said, well, why don't you get the challenge pack? Oh yeah, he'll probably drink the shakes. So long story short, she became the coach for the discount. She might not work the business, but who knows? Because she wanted the Beachbody on demand, and her boyfriend said, yeah, I'll drink the shakes. I like them. And she wanted to only buy the Beachbody on demand and the beach bars because she's a realtor. She's always on the go. And she told me, I'm going to continue to buy the beach bars. So I said, then you really have to continue to be a coach. Let your boyfriend fall in love with the shakes, and she'll probably end up ordering shakes again. So sometimes it might be that like maybe one person can't, for whatever reason, drink the shakes, or they tell you that they have a medical condition, or I don't know. I don't really get into too many medical things because I'm not a medical professional and I don't like to give medical advice, but they might not want it, but maybe their spouse wants to drink the shakes and do the workouts with them so they can kind of like incorporate the whole thing, So that's another way that, I mean, that's something else that might work. Everybody's so different, but
Yeah,
that's
but I
just
like that you have a different approach for every person. you've been like, okay, well, that didn't work great, but let me, maybe show you this or show you that. I love it. You're approaching them with giving them our products, our tools, so that their family can succeed. I love it because you're really thinking outside the box, and that is what's getting you. It sounds like that type of pitch is what's really working for you. So clearly you are very comfortable with telling people coaching is the way to go because these are tools you're going to use long term, so might as well save the money. And that's what I want everybody to see, that if you talk in that language, people are going to absolutely be like, yeah, why not? I want to save money. Who doesn't want to save money? Another thing that I love that you mentioned now, Jackie, was that you said you've gotten them on the phone. So the phone for me is a huge deal. I close deals like that on the phone. Has that been something that you feel very comfortable with? Is that your go-to, or are you having these conversations via text or social media?
Sometimes, not really social media. Sometimes I text them. Sometimes I call them FaceTime. And they're probably like, why the hell is she calling me FaceTime at this? Because I like to just see their face and be like, oh my God, my friend, whatever. One of my friends, I called her FaceTime and I was drinking my shake and I'm like, it's so good. Oh my gosh, you're going to love it. So it just depends. But a lot of people, I actually get them on the phone. Why? Because people will ghost you. They'll ghost you and they'll ignore you. And you see that they read the text, but they don't reply. And I hate that. I feel like saying, I see you read my text, write back to me, ... Or you see the ... and they don't write to you. Why? They're thinking of an excuse, or they're like, how do I get her off of, my like shoulder? But when you get them on the phone, I don't know if it's that they feel the energy, or they just, I don't know what it is, but I love texting. Don't get me wrong. I'm texting 24/7, but I love getting people on the phone because I think that like really gets them to commit. Not Facebook Messenger, not any of that. And again, every situation is different. So sometimes Facebook Messenger will work for people, but I actually have a cousin of mine that I really wanted her to join because she hasn't signed up yet, but she's a Pilates instructor twice a week. That's her job. She doesn't have like a full-time job, but she always wants like a side gig. And I said, that's perfect. If she joins, maybe her girls will join. She's actually in California, Fabi. And yeah, so one day I specifically I was falling asleep and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to stay awake because her class was like at 8, 9, 10. So it was like 11, the time difference. And she told me, after my class, I'll text you. So I was looking at my phone and she wouldn't text me back. And I finally got on the phone with her. She's like, what are you doing up so late? And I'm here thinking she's going to think I'm crazy if I waited this late just to call her, But I told her, I'm like, no, I can't sleep. I have too much on my mind. And finally Emma went to sleep so I can actually do stuff around the house. I'm cleaning the house. So, you never know. Sometimes if someone's going to be driving to work from 8 to 8:30, try to say, okay, at 8:10, I'm going to call them because I know they're going to answer. There's no excuse. There is an excuse. They don't have to answer, but I don't want you to think that that's kind of like stalking, but again, these are like people that I know. I know they're like if my sister's working, she won't answer her phone. There's certain times of the day that she will answer her phone. Another friend of mine, I know that when she's at work, she doesn't answer. There's during her lunchtime, like from 1 to 2, I'll call her because I know that she's driving to Starbucks or wherever, So
clearly you feel very comfortable on the phone, and I love it. I love it because that's a strategy that a lot of people shy away from, but it's one of the best closers to get people to just say, you know what, I'm in. I feel it in your voice, your energy, your passion, all of that. Excellent. Okay, Jackie, next question. I know this one doesn't have to do a lot with recruiting, but I want the girls to see how you've, continued to, once you've had them, like you've got them, you didn't start your own challenge group on social media, but share with the girls how it is that you're connecting with them every day. Because a lot of times girls also take, they get scared. They're like, oh my God, but I don't know if I can host a challenge group. And I always tell them, hey, put them in my group. But I know that they want to be seen as the leader. I get it. So share with us what it is that you're doing and how you're staying connected, because you're not even doing a challenge group. You barely even post in mine, but yet you're keeping that energy high with them. Can you share with us what it is you're doing?
Yes. So at the beginning, I told some of them, like the closest, they're all so close to me, but I told like, let's say two of them, okay, by the end of this week, I need to do a group or do something. And I asked them individually. Of course, sometimes we don't always have time for this, but I asked them individually, hey, if I put you in a group chat, some people hate group chats because they're busy and their phone's always going off and off and off. I said, if I put you in a group chat, for the challenge with other girls, would you be open to? Yes, of course. Even my sister's best friend, that she's an occupational therapist, she's super busy. I said, she's gonna be like, no way. My sister's gonna be like, no way. And they were like, yes, of course, how fun. So I created a group via text, and I said, hey girls, thank you guys so much for supporting me. I love you all so much. I know some of you know each other, but for those of you who don't, can each of you, introduce yourselves, blah, blah, blah. So they briefly said like something like, hi, I'm Candy, I'm Jackie's BFF, blah, blah. Hi, I'm Jenny, I'm her sister. Hi, I'm whatever. And then, oh my God, hey, so-and-so, hey, so-and-so. Some of them kind of knew each other. So every day, um, and don't get me wrong, I'm not always the leader on the group. Like there's mornings where I get up and I'm like, go, go, go. And I have to like attend to my daughter and attend to my meetings. And I'm like in a rush. And then one of the girls will post like something inspirational. And then I'll text her, oh my God, thank you so much for doing that. We'll text each other during the day, our lunches, our breakfast. If we did, a workout, sometimes I won't post it, but I'll do a video when I'm like on my jog, or if I walk outside and, kind of like, hey girls, I'm just checking in, blah, blah, blah. And, I've even asked them like, hey, can you see my mustache? Can you see, or like, does my hair look bad in this video because I'm about to post it? The first trailer that I did, I'm like, can you see that I'm not wearing a bra? Just like certain things I asked them, and they're like, oh my gosh, I love it, post it. Because again, they're my core girls. So I don't know, and I think that's like the foundation for me. Like I'm learning with them. You're gonna learn whether you do this for a year, 2 years, or 10 years. Every day you learn something new, right, Susie?
Oh, yeah,
But
absolutely.
I feel like a little more confident because I'm learning with them. And over the weekend, it was my anniversary. It was Father's Day.
Happy
Um,
anniversary.
thank you. It was, on Saturday, I did not have my shake. I'm sorry. I have it every single day, and I felt like guilty. So I texted the girls and I'm like, girls, I did so bad today, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, you didn't. Like, just, move, move forward. You can't be like, that's it. I messed up. That's it. I'm going to start again on Monday. I messed up for the whole weekend. No, you just brush it off. And the next day you picked up where you left off. Kind of
Absolutely.
like when people used to say, um, oh, today's my cheat day or my cheat weekend. Just try to make it like a cheat meal or whatever, because this is so off topic, but it's just from experience. Once you like let yourself go, 1 meal, 2 meals, 3 meals, 4 meals a weekend, oh, I'll start next Monday, oh, I'll start, you kind of like get off the wagon. And it goes back to my girls, like now I feel guilty if I don't lead by example. So if they're all posting their shakes and their workouts and their meals, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna post today? So I was honest with them, and I said, hey girls, this and this happened today. I'm sorry, but it's my wedding anniversary, and it whatever. You know what I mean? So
I
so
love it. You're being honest and you're being real with them. But I love that you have them in a text chat because you're staying connected. So you're not doing it on social media. So look, that goes to show you that even you don't have to post, or host a group if you're not ready. She's doing it through text chat, and that's wonderful because you're all staying connected. And if they're okay with that, then it's working. Clearly, Jackie, it's working. So again, thanks for sharing that, because I don't want everybody to think that this business is cookie cutter. Everybody could do it differently. Like just today, I had a talk with Danielle, and she told me about an app called Slack. And she's like, try it. The conversations are really good in that app. So I'm going to test it out to see if maybe that's better than text. We got to try new things and see what works, because everybody likes to be notified in different ways or participate in different ways and learn different things. So, it just goes to show you how we could try different things. Jackie, I have two more questions for you before we kind of like close it out so that they could ask you any questions that they have. So my next one is, you had mentioned, oh my gosh, I didn't write it down. It was something about, the group and I forgot. Okay, next question. Do you mind if I ask you how much money you've made in the first 30 days so that the girls could see the potential of how it is when you do, get like that team under you?
You should have, hold on, I have to calculate.
More or less, just round it off so that they see the potential of when you do have a team under you. That team cycle bonus just really adds up quickly.
Okay, so I want to guess like $500.
In the first 30 days,
Yeah.
I would say probably a little bit more.
Or a little bit more.
Because when you and I talked and you gave me your numbers, you were there at the third week.
Yeah.
More or less. If I remember correctly, no?
Yes. I think that
I would say anywhere between $500 and $600, maybe.
yeah, between 5 and 600. Yeah.
30 days, girls. 30 days. That's insane, Jackie. Like $500 literally is a freaking car payment. Like you know what I mean? More than that. Like that's what I want everyone to see, is that with just that, letting go of that fear and being confident. Guys, add up the $500 in 3 months. In 3 months, Jackie could pay a vacation. $1,500 will get you a vacation. I mean, even less. But what I'm saying is, look at the magnitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's huge, huge. And that's just, barely touching the surface, not even venturing out to social media and posting and getting people, in her cold market. This is just her core. $500. Like, I want you to see the realness behind letting go the fear and just saying, hey, do you want to join me? Like, will you support me in this way? You're going to learn with me. I'm going to learn with you. Let's just do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Like, I absolutely love that, you're comfortable enough to share that with us. But I love that people now could see that in 30 days, literally, like, I remember working, that was an entire week of work for me back in the day. But what I'm saying is, like, this is just you in pockets of time, managing a full-time job, your daughter, your husband, your mom or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So,
a lot of it was, some of it was done late at night. Like, I remember my first, like, 2 girls, my husband was like, what are you doing? Because I was in the guest room. I didn't want my I didn't want my daughter to wake up. And I'm like, hashtag Bob base what is it? Boss babe or whatever. I'm like, hashtag work mom or whatever. I was like, I'm doing this for us. Don't worry, it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. And I was talking to my friend, and sometimes a conversation is gonna, you never want anyone to think that you're just wanting them to sign up and to like be in your group. If they start talking about their day or venting to you about a coworker that's so annoying or about whatever, let them vent to you. Let be a friend, be a mentor, be there for them, because they're being there for you. You know, I always told my girls, let's do this together. Do it with me. Please do it with me. It's gonna be so much fun. You're gonna see, you're gonna fall in love with us with the stuff. And the girls now text in the group text, they're like, oh my gosh, my shake is so yummy. Oh my gosh. One of my friends didn't want to get the cafe latte because she doesn't like mocha, like a mocha flavor. So I said it kind of does taste a little bit mocha-y. But so then my sister said, hey, Candy, it does taste mocha, but it's not that mocha that you're thinking. You need to try it because it's delicious. It's my favorite. It's so good. And she's like, okay, I'm going to order mocha next. And then one of the other girls said, hey, oh my gosh, I can't wait for salted caramel. So then I said, who's ready for salted caramel? And then one of the girls that I didn't even think was going to continue to order because she's been kind of like MIA a little bit, ghosting the conversation. She's like, me, I can't wait. I was like, so that goes to, again, don't ever assume. Have you ever heard of that phrase? Do not assume because you make it.
Yes, I remember what I was going to ask, and not so much a question, but I was going to mention. So I love that in your chat, one of the girls stepped in for you and did a motivational quote, right? I don't know how often that's happened, but I want to point out that when you get somebody that does that, Jackie, you could go back to them and say, do you know that you're already doing the role of a coach? Like, you're already pouring into us with motivation. Have you ever thought of working the business? Because you're already doing it. You know, you have to think that way. You could approach them and say, look how simple it was. You took action. You're leading this with me. Like, have you ever thought of just sharing it so that you can make an income too, or sharing it just because, you know, if you want to get your initial investment back, whatever. But I wanted to point that out because when people are good already in the challenge group and they're doing the things, you could always go back and try to convert them into a coach. I mean, in this case, Jackie has signed up all her customers as a coach, but if she wasn't, she could go back and say, have you ever thought of it? That's what I did with Nikki. Nikki was doing all the things in my challenge group. She was a freaking rock star. And I went back and I'm like, you need to be a coach, girlfriend. And so she signed up to be a coach because you could just say, you're already doing it. Why wouldn't you want to monetize, you know, what you're already doing? So again, it goes back to never judge a book by its cover. Don't have that expectation, or, you know, just at the end of the day, you lose nothing with asking. So that's the last thing that I wanted to mention, because I think it's really good that the girls are seeing all the scenarios, all the tips. You know, it's eye-opening for me. And I thought it would be for the team as well. So we have about 10 minutes left, girls. So I wanted to just kind of ask if anybody wants to unmute themselves and ask Jackie any questions, or if you want her to share something else, this is the time now.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi.
First of all, congratulations. Like, awesome. Like, I love hearing your story. This is more of a comment than a question. I absolutely loved the way that you do something so natural. And I don't know if you've noticed it, but you ask questions. Like, I think a lot of times we don't ask the questions, and therefore you're able to, listen to them and, and you're ready for the objections. So I think, like, I could see you're a rock star, and it's not easy. And sometimes I think we overcomplicate things. I did. When I first started, I thought too much about it. I was very fearful. And I think that when you're so comfortable, and people will gravitate towards that, because you're creating like this community, and I think it's just rad. So I just wanted to congratulate you on that. So I enjoyed listening to your talk. I'm sorry if you guys saw me cooking and doing all that stuff, but
no,
here, girl, that's what counts.
I'm like, I wanted to be on, so that was
thank you for being on.
I just wanted to comment on that. So thanks. And I'm welcome to the team, Jackie. I don't think I ever had a chance to welcome you formally. I'm glad that you're here. And I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, same here. Same here.
So Jackie, where is it that your cousin lives in Cali? Because Fabi's in Cali.
She lives in Burbank.
of Southern California.
So it's far from you, right, Fabi?
Yeah, Burbank is like LA area, so it is.
Yeah. Where
Say,
do the,
my
where do
husband,
you live?
I live close to San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow, beautiful.
yeah. So that's where I'm at. And
Cool, Fabi. Thank you for sharing that. So
absolutely.
sweet. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to drop, but
Okay,
thank you
that's
again,
fine.
guys.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Bye,
All right,
Fabi.
girls.
Thank you.
I don't have a question specifically for Jackie. I just have a question in general, and maybe I can get your input. So I did a post like, hey, if you want to try a pre-workout, like send me your email. And this girl sent me her email. She's kind of interacted with me before. I know her, like we went to high school together, whatever. I want to say that her cousin became a coach, and she's like, they're close from my understanding. That is the godmother of her child. Became a coach, like right more or less when I became a coach. So I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you asking me for things if, you know what I mean? So I don't know what to do. Like, do I just go ahead and send her the things anyways?
Yes, because you don't know what the story is behind their relationship. And
So I'm just kind of like,
no, you don't know, Melissa. Maybe you have to get off, Jackie.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
sorry.
It's
So
okay.
sorry.
Thank you for being here. I love it. Thank you so much. I'll see you
Okay,
soon.
Melissa, Elda, Denise, anyone?
thank
I'm
you,
here for you.
Jackie. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank
So,
you.
Melissa, you don't know what the story is behind the relationship, number one. Number two, she might not feel connected to her cousin. Just because they're cousins doesn't mean you have an instant connection. I know that I have a couple cousins that I'm just closer to some than I am to others. And remember that, not to say this in a bad way, but some people just will gravitate to others just because maybe there's something about you that she might have a story in the past where maybe she sees herself in you and maybe not in the cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had people leave other coaches and come to me and I'm like, why? Why would they do that if that coach has been around longer or is more powerful? And, you know, a lot of people have come to me and they're like, Susie, I came to you because of your faith. And that coach didn't have, you know, she wasn't into affirmations or gratitude, or she wasn't into her faith. And what got me to like just really look forward to being with you is your faith. So you don't know, maybe your humor, maybe she sees you're a single mom with your daughter. You don't know what she's going through. Like there could be so many things. Again, it goes back to what we learned today. Never have like this, you know, presumption. I don't know, again, if I'm saying it right, or that expectation that like, oh, if her cousin's a coach, why would she be coming to me? Maybe she likes you better. Maybe right now she's in a fight with her cousin. Maybe she doesn't want to give the business to her cousin because maybe her cousin screwed her in the past. Like, we don't know. You know what I mean? So always be open to just serving anybody that comes your way, because I believe that those are your people. You know what I mean? Maybe the cousin said, no, I'm going to charge you. You're family. And maybe she's like, my God, I just want a simple sample. You know what I'm saying? So I say do it. Send it to her with a cute little note. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the opportunity. I love that I'm able to serve you this way. Always know I'm here to help. You know, that because again, our business is about relationship. Our business is to serve people and never to judge. You know, like, why are they coming to me? They're coming to you for a reason. They feel a connection for a reason. Going back to like Fabi's in Cali. She could have gone to Melissa Galame. She could have gone to Mindy Horde. There are other leaders in our team, and she didn't. She came to me. She felt a connection with the faith. You know what I mean? So always believe that those people are like seeing something in you that they obviously like. That's why, you know, just like our audience, whoever's watching our stories, whoever's asking us, you know, that are our loyal supporters, we have to be so thankful because there's a lot of us. But that doesn't mean that we can't be successful. You know, your people are going to feel connection with you because of something that you're giving out. You know what I mean? So I think that that's what gives me the confidence to continue to do it, even though there's hundreds of other coaches, because I know that there's something unique in me that maybe that mom, that woman, you know, is seeing something in me that they are like, yes, that's my girl. Just like Jackie said, when she was following me, she's like, this is my girl. There's that instant connection. But she follows Monica Lopez, Christy Delgado, Becky Brose. She didn't pick them. She picked me because of the connection. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So we have about 4 minutes left. Elda, do you have any questions tonight before we close out, or you're good?
I'm good.
So what I just want to like briefly mention is that I know that today Christy Delgado posted, or she hosted a really big launch call today regarding our new program MBF. And I could have said, girls, let's not have a team call. Let's listen to Christy's. But my thinking is, I think it was last week or the week before, we already had a D-Zonation call. So I felt that we should connect. It was about time. And I also don't want to overwhelm you with that type of call. I know what that call can do. That call is very powerful, but it could also be very overwhelming. So I wanted to come in and today as our team just say, hey, if you want to listen to the product launch call, go for it on your own time when you could really sit down and say, I'm going to take notes, and you don't let a product launch overwhelm you. And the reason why I say that is because if you continue to do what you're doing, you don't have to let a product launch overwhelm you. That call is great with information, but like, for example, Elda, who's a new coach, I know that today I would have lost her in that call. She would have been like, hell no, because that type of call is more strategic. Like, this is the dates, this is when we're starting, these are the products, get them in the group. Like, that's not the type of call that is going to bring connection. And tonight I wanted to bring connection, because if we continue to just simply serve people, regardless of what program is out there, we're going to be successful, guys, because our business is about relationships. It's just about helping people. It doesn't matter if they join us for P90X, 10 rounds, or MBF. I'm sure the program is phenomenal. As you can see, Denise just put her face. She is part of the test group. Congratulations, Denise. Tonight, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to celebrate you. I wanted to show off your results, but I know you've been busy. We'll get to that. And I'm sure she has a lot of insight. And I do want to interview Denise on another call to tell us all about what, you know, she learned. But again, I want to just show how Jackie, who is not even following a program yet, she's kind of been walking, jogging. I don't even think she's really even tried a Beachbody program. She's simply just the shake. The girl is rocking it without hosting a challenge group, not posting on social media, barely doing the minimum, and the girl is clearly serving people. And that's what I want you to take away from tonight's call, is to walk away tonight when we are done, you know, get on your phone and say, who can I help today? Who can I serve? Who is it that needs what I have found in just a short time that I have been a community member? What can I share with what I already have received? What can I share, and who can I share it with? Because again, if we just share how this has enhanced our lives, guys, it doesn't matter what program is out there. We're going to be successful. So I wanted you to take away that. And tomorrow, to not overwhelm you tonight, I'm going to post the recording of Christy's call tonight, so that when you do have time to sit down and say, okay, this is going to be an information overload call, let me sit down, focus, and take notes, then you can do it. And if you don't want to, that's okay. You're still going to learn as you go. The second thing I wanted to talk about today was salted caramel. Salted caramel tomorrow comes out. I am so stoked because I am a salted caramel type of girl, even though I never thought I would be. So I want to just share a couple of things really quickly. Number one, we do not get Success Club points for salted caramel because it's a box of 14 packets. Okay, so it's just kind of like volume. You're going to make commission. Number two, it is only 14 packets, just so that you know. It is not a month supply. It comes in a box. It is a vegan product. So if people ask you, and the calories, I looked at them in case if people ask you, it's 160. Shakeology is 140, the vegan is 150, and salted caramel is 160. So I do want you to see that there's a couple of numbers there for those that are curious. Look into that if you need to. Everything is in the back office. If you go under Coach Breaking News, you're going to get all the information there. And what I would recommend is just go out and reach out to people that, you know, already are watching your stories. Just go out there and say, hey girl, I just wanted to share with you that today we came out with salted caramel. Are you a, you know, salted caramel type of girl? Are you into fancy frappes? If you are, just wanted to give you a heads up. This product came out today and I can't wait to just, you know, for you to try it. So let go of the fear, because there's millions of people out there that are buying Starbucks salted caramel. So again, don't prejudge, just go out there and share, because your paycheck is going to be fancy this Thursday if you sell salted caramel. I'll tell you that right now. And if you have coaches on your team already, then hey, your coaches are going to boost your volume. So it's going to be a nice payday on Thursday. So if you're banking on some income, get out there tomorrow and be excited and do a little, dance if you feel comfortable. If not, just share. I'm so excited. Oh my God, this new flavor came out. Who's ready to try this summer, flavor? So those are the things that I just wanted to share with you today. Because again, I know that this is what's happening right now. MBF does come out July 7th. And I will say that I will not be starting July 7th because I forgot I won't have my bod ropes. So after I listen to Christy Delgado's call tonight, I will then determine when I'm starting my new challenge group, and we'll talk about that in the future. But I did want to just share that I'm not starting as I thought because I forgot about the shipping. I really want to have my bod rope. So before we end, Denise, since you're on the call, is there anything really quickly that you can share with us about the group, or any key tips before we just log off that we might need to know of? And then next time we'll celebrate you, the bod ropes. Is that your secret weapon?
That is my secret weapon. It's amazing. I don't know what you want to know.
What's just share with us a little bit about, the excitement. I mean, I know, are you starting again July 7th?
I'm starting July 13th.
July 13th. So they're giving you a couple days to try to get the shipment. Is that what it is?
That's what I'm trying to do for my challengers, because I can start at the 7th. I have my bod ropes,
Right.
but I want everybody to start together. So I noticed that a lot of the people in the test group are starting on the 13th.
Okay, so maybe then that's the magic date. Can you tell us
Yeah.
how much weight you lost and how many inches you lost, just so that the girls get a little feel?
I don't know the inches. I know I lost 10 pounds, which I haven't lost 10 pounds in, I have no idea how long.
Wow.
Because I've been stable for a while. So for me to lose 10 pounds is like, it's a lot.
It's a big deal.
Like, yeah, that doesn't happen to me, type of thing.
Right.
Not now, not like with my stability where I'm at. So the program, I call it CrossFit for the home.
Right.
At home. It's not obviously as intense because you're not doing like, the bars and stuff like that, but you're doing a lot of weightlifting but it's slow. It's not like you're gonna kill yourself over it. You know what I mean? Like she has a good dynamic of like getting it fast and then slowing it down. But you obviously do higher volume, so heavier weights when you slow down. Not that she's gonna have you going crazy, like, but the test group results are phenomenal. Like everybody has had great results. And now that I noticed that MBF comes with the nutrition plan, like there's no excuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I saw a couple of results today and I was blown away with results.
Yes.
Blown away. Denise, how long are the workouts?
The MBF is like 30 minutes and MBFA is like 40 minutes. So it goes up 10
we're
minutes.
Gonna do 3 weeks, 30 minutes, and then right after that we continue with MBFA about 40 minutes, right?
I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So you have one calendar and then you have the other calendar.
Okay, so it's 3 weeks and 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks and 3 weeks. It's 7 days a week. The seventh day being a recovery day or rest day, but it's stretching, so it helps to do it. The Saturday workouts are 25 minutes, so you're in and out.
Nice.
Which is great because a lot of people don't. I mean, I struggle working out on the weekends.
So do I.
And then Sunday, I would just like wake up and do a stretch in the middle of the living room because it's slower pace,
Right.
But then the Monday through Friday, you have leg day, cardio day, upper body day, cardio day, and then a full body day. So that's kind of how it works.
Love it.
Yeah, but
Love
it's really good. And Megan is phenomenal.
Amazing.
I love her. Love her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She just talks to you.
Yeah, absolutely. When I worked out with her live in my retreat last year, and we spent the whole weekend with her, we went to food and wine at Epcot. She is amazing. An amazing body, an amazing personality. Love her words,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. She talks to you like the entire time, and even now when she's posting, that you see her talking, and obviously like I got her in her living room, so I got a whole different experience. La pobre, like she was doing the workouts there that if she messed up, like you got her messed up, you know, she can't re-record what she just did.
Yeah.
So sometimes she's like, I gotta lower the weight. I gotta, you know, and we're like, okay. And I'm telling myself, oh my God, if she lowered the weight, I better like, you know, it's tough because she's a trainer.
Right. So you got the raw and the real.
Yeah. In her living room. Like I know her background. I know her backyard. She has to live on the intercoastal in Fort Lauderdale. Because en una de esas pasó un yacht, you know, you're like, oh, okay, I think I know where you live.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, Denise, congrats again. So proud of you. The results that you showed me the other day, phenomenal. I can't wait for the girls to see it. Hopefully you'll send me pictures tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes. And then what we'll do is me and you will talk so we could do a call and get a little bit more into depth into all the details.
Yes. For sure.
Thank you.
You got it.
All right, well, so that's about it for tonight. I'm going to wrap it up. It's 10:08. Thank you again for being here. I'm going to upload the recording. I'll share it. If not tonight, tomorrow. And again, guys, go crush it. Salted caramel tomorrow. Can't wait. I'm so excited. I know Melissa's not a caramel girl, but that's okay, girl. Keep sharing your bar results, your bar stuff. You've played that program. So, you know, just let's do our thing. All right, girls, I love you all. Have a great night. Remember, if you need me, I'm always here to serve. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.